Howdy there, Young and Silver Mongoose here, back again for another review. When my friend sent me a Japanese GameCube last year, I immediately looked into what Japanese games were worth importing. A Nintendo published game called Kururin Squash seemed kind of interesting, so I took the risk and imported it, and I must say, I'm very glad I did. Outside of an assist trophy in Brawl, this series is virtually unknown in North America, so I thought I would review it for you guys. Kururin Squash is a puzzle game that involves you piloting an odd helicopter through mazes. Touch the sides with the constantly rotating blades and you receive damage. Receive enough and you are sent back to the beginning of the level. Thankfully, most levels contain around 2 areas where you can refill on health. By itself, that actually isn't too interesting, but this game added 5 different powers to the mix, allowing you to punch with boxing gloves, torch with flamethrowers, shoot lasers, hurl tornadoes, and even dive as a submarine. Even with all this, I don't see many of you convinced yet, but I assure you that this game is a lot of fun. Though the 35 maze and 5 boss levels can be beaten on easy mode in a single sitting, you will get much more out of this game by trying to get better times and or trying to collect all the coins scattered throughout each level. After a while, this can be found hidden in very small passageways or inside enemies. Normal mode features a much larger helicopter, meaning only the most insane will get 100% on normal mode. After beating the game on easy, you unlock Little Ball mode, where you can replay most levels without the helicopter blades. Though this is easier, this mode contains challenges of its own. First off, the ball is much faster and does not stop moving, meaning that you cannot sit and wait for the perfect opportunity to pass an obstacle. Your faster speed is also now inconsistent with certain obstacles, making them more challenging. You also do not inherit any of the powers like the laser gun or flamethrower, so you must avoid enemies instead of confronting them. Finally, though your times will certainly improve with decreased size and increased speed, you will have to rethink how you collect coins. There are also several time trial levels which have you racing to the finish line as quickly as possible. This mode thankfully has several checkpoints, encouraging you to attempt daring moves you wouldn't otherwise. A very smart idea. Though I didn't enjoy this mode as much as the easier Little Ball mode, maybe due to the lack of coins and enemies, it was still a nice addition. In fact, I found the multiplayer to be much more enjoyable than the time trial mode. You and up to 3 friends can go head to head in a battle or racing mode. In battle mode, you collect coins and attack each other with the 4 power-ups to steal these coins. The person with the most coins at the end wins. In the racing mode, you race each other through mazes to reach the finish line. What makes this mode enjoyable is that the checkpoints cause your blades to lengthen, and since you are all in the same maze, it becomes a balancing act of avoiding the other players, waiting for the right moment to pass through an area, and moving as quickly as possible without damaging yourself. One final mode is the Game Boy Advance mode, which honestly isn't that good at all. All you do is look at the helicopter on your Game Boy Advance and pair it up as quickly as possible with the corresponding helicopter on the screen. With all the potentially interesting ways to use multiple screens, this mode is an uninteresting disappointment. One thing worth mentioning is the controls, which are perfect. Moving is as smooth as butter, and you can use the R button to rotate faster or the B button for a speed boost. The awesome music is also worth pointing out. Though some may disagree with me, I found a lot of the tunes to be very Sega in feel, with many tracks reminding me of Super Monkey Ball, or Phantasy Star Online. Or even just some old Genesis tunes with a pleasant, elevator music-like filter. Overall, I found Kururin Squash to be a unique and relaxing flight through the puzzle genre. If you have a way to play this Japanese-only GameCube game, I would certainly recommend importing it. Don't worry, it requires no knowledge of Japanese to play. This has been Silver Mongoose Videos, and remember, classic gaming never gets old.